We've never been in your shoes, but we're playing the game of life. We'll chase away all your blues with a burner and a ghost of your strife. Never have I ever, never have I ever, starts now.
Welcome to another edition of Your Advice Podcast, the advice podcast of the people. Never have I ever.
Power to the people.
Power to the feast of the advice that we have yet to give this week. Yeah? No?
The feast of the advice we have yet to give.
They will feast on our advice.
It just didn't roll off very well.
No, that happens a lot with me.
Also, the word feast, I don't know. I feel like you need that big dinner table in order to use that word.
Well, in my mind, people are sitting there like the children that they are, and we are shoving the advice down their throats like all the vegetables that come along with Thanksgiving.
Oh, so all the shit that they don't want.
Yeah, because in addition, that's what advice is.
True. I give a lot of unwanted advice, not just on this podcast, just in general. In
Like,
life.
Tom, that shirt
Yeah?
with those jeans,
Uh-huh.
you look like a hipster girl going to an art opening.
Okay.
You can see where I'm coming from, though.
I can, because, you know, it's like I don't have any tits, and yeah.
All right, anyways.
It's like the heroin addict body.
We'll get there.
Will we?
Yes, we will.
Interesting.
Anyways,
I'm confused but titillated.
if you guys have any questions or things you would like us to advise or solve, you can send your questions to neverhaveievershow@gmail.com. Check us out on Tumblr at neverhaveievershow.tumblr.com or on Twitter at twitter.com/NHIE show or on Facebook or YouTube. Tom, are you ready to dive into this week's bunch of adventure?
I thought you were just going to stop with die. Are you ready to die?
Tom, are you ready to die?
I'm like, well, I feel like it. I'm a little sick.
Tom
So-
is under the weather. Everybody in this house is sick but me. So I feel like on the next podcast around, it's just going to be you and Garrett, and I might actually be dead.
you
I don't-
surpassed the sickness.
I
and went
don't
straight
get
to death.
I don't get sick. I become like deathly ill. So it was where you and Garrett are both like manageably sick.
Yeah.
I will be nothing,
Incapacitated.
incapacitated.
Gotcha.
Like Whoopi Goldberg at the height of her like drug years, just laying in a bed covered in feces.
Whoopi Goldberg had drug years?
Oh hell yeah!
Really?
Oh yeah!
I guess I didn't get that from the Sister Act.
That was those years.
Was it?
Yeah,
Man, I did not get that from that movie.
that's how good of an actress she is.
Praise be to Whoopi Goldberg. I almost said Oprah.
All right, question number 1. So in the past month or so, I've gone to this restaurant a couple of times with some friends. First of all, I'd like to make it clear the reason we've been there multiple times is that the food is good and we've generally found it's the ideal restaurant to hang around or catch up with on life.
Okay.
Now, the past 2 times I've been there, I've noticed this waitress who I'm definitely attracted to.
Oh, man.
She would definitely recognize me as she served us a few times, and I've managed to make her laugh and engage in small talk, etc. What I'd like to know is, how do I best go about asking for her number while she's in the middle of service? Now, I have no idea when she works. I'm not a stalker. But if I see her the next time I go to the restaurant, I'd like to ask her for her number. Yes, she could have a boyfriend already, but there's only one way to find out, right?
Right. Is that the end of the question?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, in order to find out if she has a boyfriend, just subtly drop something. Assume that she does.
Drop something like a fork?
No.
Make her bend over and pick it up?
Yeah, and then smack that ass.
Jesus.
That's not misogynistic at all. Anyway.
Only all.
No, so you'll drop it in some sort of conversation. Like you're having a little micro conversation with her. And then you're like, so how does your boyfriend feel about that or whatever? And then that's when she either confirms that she has one or says, oh, I don't have one of those. And then you're like, what? Are you kidding me?
But what if she lies about it and she's like, oh, I don't have a boyfriend. And then you're like, wow, I'm going to tip this girl more and give her my number. And then she goes home with more tips to her boyfriend and he takes her on the pony snake to Tuna Town.
It's a possibility, but you won't know that. Also, I don't know, just don't tip her more than you normally would. More than the regular 20% or whatever. I think the real crux of the issue, though, is would you like to be hit on at work? How do you respond to being hit on at work?
I only want to be hit on at work by 2 different types of people.
Which are
Young professionals
okay.
and soccer moms. Or hockey moms. I'm not sport racist.
Sportist.
Sportist. I don't think that's a good word.
Um,
But I would love that. I mean, not all the time, obviously.
right.
But like once in a while, I would love to be like, oh, well, aren't you cute? And I'm just like, aw, I can't give you a deal.
Yeah, my thing is like, since we're both in sales, I don't know how about you, but I'm inherently flirty during my sales. I mean, depending on the customer.
I'm totally more flirty with moms.
I'm definitely a little bit more flirty with moms or just like women in general. Not to a creepy degree where I'm like,
Tom has 7 restraining orders and he's been moved around 6 times like he's in the Catholic Church.
but yeah, it's like you have to be a little bit flirty at work. So maybe she's just being flirty with you just to get a little bit extra tip. That's kind of the negative view of it though.
We got Tommy Positive over here.
I work in a store that's pretty low volume. So if somebody flirts with me, it's not like I'm super busy and I can engage with them. Whereas if I'm like a super busy waitress and I have 10 tables to deal with and 2 people at table 10, their food was cold, this other couple at table 7, I just know they're not going to tip me that much. I'm kind of stressed out. I don't really want to like, I just can't deal with this situation with you hitting on me at the moment. So I feel like it might vary between people. Like some people are okay with getting hit on at work. Other people are like, please don't do that.
So if you were a waiter or a bartender, let's make it that way, because I feel like that's an easier thing for us to immediately click to. So if you're like the male bartender, I imagine you in like a vest and a really cool beanie like you're wearing now, just kind of like hipster tender. You know what I mean?
Right,
like the fancy, cool soda jerk bartender guy.
You know, okay, yeah, keep going with this. I think I have a follow-up.
And like, say a group of college-age girls come in, they're having fun, girls' afternoon or Sunday fun day, and they start getting flirty with you. How do you respond?
I flirt back, obviously, but I don't leave them my number because I feel like that's a little forward.
What if they give you their number?
If they give me their
collective number, their rotary phone in the middle of their suite.
They all live in the same house and they just have a landline. They don't have cell phones. They're actually grandmas.
These are officially my type of
In
women.
which case, I'm flirting harder than I've ever flirted before.
Yeah, but you have to call all their fathers individually. And by call, I mean show up in person.
And by call, you mean get a medium because all their dads are dead because they're grandparents.
Why? When did they become grandparents?
You didn't catch that bit.
No, I didn't.
I went into a bit that they all... Yeah, never mind.
Anyways, what was your side of it?
Well, I'm thinking about... So, last night I was working, and there's this one drunk girl who kept coming up to my box office window and talking to me.
Tommy loves those drunk girls.
But she kept talking to me. She gave me, like, a nickname, too. It was trademark Tom for some reason. But anyway, I didn't really like flirt with her. She didn't exactly flirt with me, but in my back of my mind, I'm like, well, if she keeps coming back over here, if she were to ask for my number, would I give it to her? Or would I give her a fake number? Because I've 100% given out fake numbers before. And it's like, I don't think I would give her my number because it's like, you're drunk. You just keep coming up to me. I'm trying to do shit at work, and you're kind of not annoying me, but you're bothering me. Like, there's a little bit of, like, I'm not angry at you, but I also could deal without this conversation.
Did you ever think that maybe she kept coming up to you because you were, like, the only box office?
No. That definitely wasn't the case. Shut up.
Because, I mean, like, who else did she have to go to that worked there? Currently standing in such lobby.
0 other people.
Like, you were the bathroom attendant who just has to make a remark every time somebody leaves. It's like you have to acknowledge them. It's impossible to just walk like, I'm sorry, your job is to stand in the fart box. That is your job. Like, there was nowhere else for them to go.
But yeah, point being, there are times where it's like, I don't want to be bothered. Now, repeat customer though. I would say, sure, you can try to give you her number or try to give her your number or try to get it from her, but you need to be there when it's a time when there aren't a lot of people there, so she's not slammed. She doesn't have like 5 million other things on her mind. First, find out if she has the boyfriend. Then, here's the thing. Do you write your number on the check or do you ask for it directly? My thought is ask for it directly. If you write it on like your check, she might just throw that away. She might never look at it. Then you're like, why did she never call me? Why did she never call me? Maybe she doesn't really like me. Maybe I should never go there. And then next time you go there, it's super awkward because you've already have this idea in your head that she hates you. So don't do that. I never really like that. Plus, it's a little, you're like avoiding the issue. You're avoiding the confrontation of giving the phone number or getting the phone number.
Have you ever given your phone number to a service staff?
No, I haven't.
I have.
Have you?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah? How'd that go?
I never got a phone call.
Damn.
Like so many other times in my life.
No, I've never done that. Never have I ever given my phone number to
my finger is down.
To a service person.
I was trying to find a way to encompass all of that together.
I've had friends try to peer pressure me into doing it, but I'm just like, no, I'm not really feeling it with this person, blah, blah, blah. So, yeah. All right, moving on.
All right, yeah. Tom is slowly dying over there.
Help me. Kill me.
I'm a 39-year-old male, and I've received a message on Facebook from a family friend asking me out on behalf of her friend. Due to shyness and giving me her number to get in touch with her.
Wait, hold up. They're 39?
Yeah.
And they're still doing this shit?
Maybe he's divorced.
That's middle school shit.
Maybe he's divorced.
That is middle school shit.
It gets more middle school, Tom.
Fucking, all right, bring it on.
I've met the lady in question once, but know a bit about her. She's really lovely, shy, sweet person who I believe has an unfairly hard life. To make matters worse, the message went into my spam folder and it was sent about a week ago and I only just found it. I'm not entirely sure I'm ready to date and would not really choose this woman anyway. It's awkward for me given that she knows my family and I also teach her children. As I said, I need to let her down gently as I can, as she's a very nice person. Do I message our mutual friend back and leave it at that? Or do I use the number supplied and contact her directly to say that I'm not interested?
Where did he get the number?
From a family friend of his, who's a mutual friend of hers.
Right.
So she gave the number of her friend being like, oh, my friend thinks you're cute.
Gotcha.
Middle school shit.
Right.
So what should he do? Should he tell the friend no? Or should he take one step further and tell the crusher?
If you liked the person, 100% just text them directly. Call them up directly. Because then it's like, or just like make plans. Like, hey, I haven't seen you in a while. Or, hey, we should hang out sometime, blah, blah, blah. Here's my thought. Like, he saw the email a week after it was sent. That's fine. You can still revive that conversation. I've revived conversations from like Facebook messages that were sent like a week ago.
Tom's still opening up his Valentines from second grade. Leave no stone unturned.
Well, I got so few, I wanted to make them last. You know?
You're almost 25, dude.
Yeah.
You gotta be running out of them by now. How many kids were in your class?
Like 25. So I've opened one like every year since then.
So you got like 7 years to go.
Pretty much, yeah. 7 years and then I'll die alone.
There was already like a 93% chance of that happening anyways.
So anyway, yeah. Like you could, if you were into this woman, it would be fine to text her directly or it'd be fine to revive that conversation even though it's a week old. That's totally cool. I've done that before. But since you don't like the person, I think it's best to just hand it back off to the middleman, the middle woman, and then let them deal with it. Because like if you just text the person out of the blue like, "Hey, heard you like me. I don't like you like that, so
Fair enough.
bye." It's just
Fair
like
enough.
it's less awkward conversation if the friend has it with the person. If you just keep that middleman involved, I think. What do you think?
I don't know. I'm somewhere between just let it hang. Just ignore it. No. My ruling is if it's not broke, don't fix it. And even if it is broke, just kind of ignore it and maybe it'll sort of be okay.
I don't like that.
You don't need to answer at all. Just be like, oh, I guess I never saw it, and then never ever see it. Because you can X out of Facebook messages to the point where that person doesn't see that you have at least read it. Because whenever they send you the message, it pops up.
Right.
If you're on the desktop.
Right.
And then while it's still flashing, you can X out without it saying that you read. So you can just perpetually never answer that question.
But I mean, this was an email, but still. Like you could be like, oh, it went to my spam folder, I never saw it. But that's just avoiding the issue.
But if it went in the spam folder, I mean, that could be something that happened.
Yeah. But then that woman never knows whatever happened. Like,
how many messages have you sent on dating sites that you never got an answer to?
Oh, a lot.
Well, then what's the issue?
But the point is, like, I didn't know them when I sent them a message. This woman sort of knows this guy. Like, he teaches her kids. Like, they're going to interact.
Maybe he gives the kids a note to take home to their mother. It just says no.
I love it.
Or he gives the kid a Valentine for the mother and she gets all like heartwarmed. She's like, oh my God. She opens it, just goes, not in your wildest dreams.
Oh, that's so good. It's so funny.
That's brilliant. I like that idea. Let's do that.
Yeah, do that. Do that. Next question. Hit the nail on the head with this one, champ.
You're done. All right. Tom, this one I feel like you might have a little bit more expertise based on your job?
Say it? I don't know.
I went to a party with some friends.
Which job?
At some point, somebody hands me a cigarette and tells me to try it. Says that it's fake legal marijuana. My decision-making abilities were clearly compromised as I took the hit from the damn cigarette. The result was 15 minutes of a combination of a panic attack and seizure. It was the most horrible event of my life, and I've made some pretty impressive messes in the past. Now that I'm able to think clearly, I realize that I need to get this poison out of my system as fast as possible. I've been dieting, working out, and drinking a ton of water. I also took a regular K2 test and a 19 panel for everything else I could come up with. Came up negative in all cases. I would be happy, but nobody can confirm exactly what it was that I put into my body. So I've ordered another battery of tests. What can I do to improve my chances of testing positive on something?
Jesus.
I really need to know whether or not I'm clean.
Wait, he wants to test positive?
He wants to know what the hell he just took. Every drug test he's taken has come back negative. So he's like, well, if I don't have any of these barrage of drugs, what the hell was in there?
But he was dieting and exercising and drinking plenty of water and stuff.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So, Mr. Wellness Dude, what can you do to flush his system?
Well, there is no way to flush your system
of drugs.
That is something that no a detox or anything is guaranteed to do. At best, anything like that would make things become inconclusive. It's not going to clean you out. It's not going to do any of that. So what can he do to test positive or like get it? He wants to get it out of his system.
He wants to A, know what he has or what he took, and then B, get it out of his system.
Yeah, you could take a detox or something like that. There's no guarantee that it will get it out of your system, but you could start with that. Don't fucking whatever you do, don't go into the store and say something like, I don't know what I took, but I took something, and now I need to get it out of my system because that is on. No one will sell you anything.
That's 100% sketchy-er.
Yeah, that's 100% sketch. No one will sell you anything like that to do any of that. Yeah, and like I said, nothing will conclusively cleanse out your body of whatever toxin you took. You can do. I would recommend doing like a 7-day or 14-day full body detox. They sell those at various supplement stores, and just go from there. It's really the best you can do.
I have a different answer.
What's that?
I think, Mr. Man, you need to embrace your new life as an initiated drug user. You are now officially just on the wrong side of the railroad track, so you might as well just keep going. Since you don't know what it was, I think you should now go back and start testing any drug offered to you just to see which ones are going to give you that same result. It's like one of those things where you just got to get that feeling back into your system. So whatever you got to do, track marks, rubber hoses to cut off circulation so you can just get that right into your system. Just keep doing that. Rob a few stores, steal old ladies' purses.
Classic labeling theory.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a big deal.
Classic labeling theory.
So what? You took a drug. And guess what? Here's the first thought I had. If you tested negative on all of those tests, I think you're going to be fine.
You're going to be okay, dude.
Like, even if it was like a job interview thing or like you tested negative on a bunch of tests.
Yeah.
Like, what are the odds all of a sudden they're going to be like, oh, Maurice, look at this. Right in here. Yeah, that obscure one. That kid tested positive. He tested negative for everything else. He's not a pothead, not a cokehead. He doesn't do heroin. He tested positive for pencil shavings and oregano. Yeah, fuck that kid.
I'm so curious what it was fake legal marijuana. Like, what does that even mean?
Is there even legal marijuana?
I mean, yes, in certain states, but
outside of Colorado, California, and Washington.
There's like synthetic marijuana.
I thought that was illegal in all the states. I know it's at least illegal in New York.
I'm pretty sure it's illegal in most states. Or like it might be one of those weird loopholes where it's like illegal to sell but not illegal to take. I'm not sure. I remember watching Alaskan State Troopers once, and
because that's a reliable source of information. Can't remember the last time I had a question on a test and I was able to cite Alaskan State Troopers as a logical answer.
But they're like,
can you put those in your research paper? This episode of Alaskan State Troopers,
some kids were rolling on something. I want to say it's called like Special K or something, but it was synthetic.
Ketamine.
Oh, maybe I'm thinking of something else, but it was like synthetic marijuana that they had got nearby, and like they got arrested, but the store didn't get in trouble or something weird like that. Or maybe it was like one of the other things with that is I watched an episode of Drugs Inc. about designer drugs, and
the new Michael Kors MDMA,
kinda, because they'll
Molly on your wrist and in your veins.
They'll make certain drugs, like they'll make a synthetic marijuana or something, and then the court system will make it illegal, but then they'll just tweak the formula a little bit, and now it's a completely different product. It has a different chemistry to it, so now that chemistry is now legal again. Then they have to make that chemical illegal, then they tweak it a little bit, and it's just kind of this never-ending cycle.
I want to meet the lawyer who that's like his defense strategy. It's not cocaine, okay? It's cocaine with a little bit more potassium in it. See,
it's completely different.
It's not pure cocaine. It's cocaine with potassium, and that's not illegal. So go ahead.
He got us there.
Oh,
God damn it.
You got me again, guy. So yeah, I think this kid's just overreacting. He's clearly fine.
Yeah. Oh yeah. He's just freaking the fuck out.
Clearly he had a seizure and panic attacks when he took it.
Yeah. What the fuck? I was trying to think, like, maybe it was just a normal cigarette. His friends were just fucking with him, and it was psychosomatic. But no one has a seizure when it's just like all in their head, you know?
Yeah. So I don't know.
I don't think.
I think that kid needs help. I think he's fine though.
Yeah, I think he's fine.
So yeah, either forget it ever happened or start doing heroin.
Yeah.
It's your move.
Or do a full body cleanse if you want to spend the money. If you want to spend like $40.
I mean, think of how much coke you can get for $40. Not a lot, I think.
I assume.
I do not know what a street value is. Anyways, next question. Tom, do you believe in love?
Yes.
Do you believe in second chances?
I don't know why I hesitated so much.
Tom, do you believe in love? Inside of his head, he just goes, "Oh man, I don't know."
It's
It's Legend of Zelda, and there's different paths to choose.
I'm just like, do I? I don't know. I'm feeling pretty sick. I'm feeling kind of foggy. So I guess yes.
I was in love with a girl in middle school. Now we're about 20. She was addicted to heroin for a few years.
Fuck.
But she's been sober for 2.
Well, you were right with the heroin. Anyway.
She moved away after junior high, and that's when she started drugs. She's going to be coming back in May, and we've been talking over Facebook for a couple months now. She says she has realized her mistakes and should have been with me since middle school. My friends say it's a trap, and I don't want to believe that. I've been around drug addicts my entire life and know this isn't a plan to use me, but given her history, I'm just not sure what to do. What should I do?
Use him for what, though?
Like, so then she can move in with him, start taking his stuff, pawning it for heroin.
Oh, that sort of a thing. Do I believe in second chances? Yes.
So you're on, or say you're on OkCupid.
Yep.
Talking to a girl.
Uh-huh.
And everything's great. And then you guys are on a date. Blah, blah, blah. Date goes great.
Mm-hmm.
And then like you're still messaging after. And then she's like, "Oh yeah, by the way, Tom, I used to be addicted to heroin."
So here are the couple things with that. One, this is basically a stranger. I never met her before this. I didn't know who she was. 2,
not unlike the situation, because I've known plenty of people since middle school, and they are not the same person.
That's true, I guess. But it just feels like they're a little bit more familiar since you went to school with them, since you had a little bit of history. Like someone off OkCupid, you had nothing with. Like zero common anything. Like no common teachers, no common classes.
I mean, I'm sure she took math at some point.
Yeah, but you know what I mean. So I feel like this situation is a little bit different. Also, I think the thing I don't like about your scenario is that this person brings it up like after date 1, when really this is something that you bring up maybe after month 1. Where it's still like fresh in the relationship, but you know her a little bit more. You're not gonna get freaked out.
So you'd rather find out about a heroin addiction like later in the relationship?
Yeah. Not like years later, but like within the first 3 months. Because the first 3 months is like I'm getting to know you, I'm feeling this out, I like you, that sort of a thing.
I've never had a relationship
but I'm starting to trust you.
I don't know what to do in that situation. What do you mean get to know someone? Ask them what?
What do you mean? You like get to know the inside of their vagina? What? Frat boy Troy is back.
Oh good God, I thought he was long dead.
Throwback.
I thought he was hibernating.
4 or 5 or whatever. Anyway,
4.
So yeah, I would not forgive this person, because here's my thing. I've done shitty things in past relationships.
Yes. Oh, okay. Never mind. I can't answer to those.
Things that I would be embarrassed of, and things that I have reconciled. I'll only tell like the next person I'm super serious with, or super involved with, because I don't want to like freak them out too early or anything. Spoiler alert: I was a heroin addict. Just kidding. Seriously, wasn't.
Just kidding. He was a forest fire.
It's an M. Night Shyamalan twist. I was, but I wasn't, but I am.
Anyways,
so I would want them to forgive me for my past transgressions. I would also extend that courtesy to someone else. Like if it was a heroin addiction, but now you're clean, you've been clean for like 2 years. So clearly you're doing well. It's not been like, oh, I've been clean for like a month. It's like, whoa, hold up.
Fresh out of rehab and into your bed.
Yeah, it's like, oh, maybe you're just replacing one addiction with my penis. I'm okay with that for now.
Are you though?
Well, for now.
Be like, man, instead of sticking this needle in your arm, stick my penis in your arm.
Where does it go?
In the same hole, I assume.
Elbow job.
No, the one that her dad left in her
Oh.
heart.
Oh. Anyway, so yeah, I would probably forgive this person, like still date them, still go on a date with them.
It's tough. It's tough because harping back to the story, or the question, anyways. He's like, she said that she wishes she had been with me the whole time. That's the part where I'm like, oh, dude, I don't know. Nobody should
weird.
lay that kind of guilt. Like, there's a bit of an inherent guilt that comes with that.
Is there? I don't feel like that's guilt.
I would feel guilty if somebody had said, I wish I had been with you the entire time.
Oh, like if I had been with you, if I had done something differently, you wouldn't have been addicted to heroin.
I guess.
I don't think I would feel that way. I would feel like, yeah, you fucked up, but hey, we got the second chance now. You know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't put the guilt on me. It's not my fault you did heroin. It's all you.
I mean, I guess there are some circumstances where I'm like, all right, yeah, it's fine. I don't really need to know. But like, heroin addiction seems tough. Because nobody's ever cured of a heroin addiction. They're more or less just finding new ways to supplant that energy and that craving.
I feel like that's a little narrow-minded.
It's like the concept of you're once an alcoholic, always an alcoholic. Even if you're sober and clean, you're still an alcoholic. You still have an addictive personality. You still have an addicted mental state.
Yeah, okay, I see what you mean by that.
So it's like, if she turns it into creative energy, sure. But then again, I think about like musicians who have been super into heroin.
Right.
And I would still love to have sex with Anthony Green, no matter how much heroin he did.
Yeah,
I'm on both sides of this. I don't know.
I say go for it. Forgive and forget.
All right, ready?
Her past doesn't define who she is now.
Did you get that off a bumper sticker?
No, I just
or some girl's Instagram post?
No, I'm just really fucking good at this. Can I just be fucking good at giving advice?
I've been waiting like 18 episodes for you to be good at this.
This is only episode 14, so keep waiting, I guess, or go
for
in
the
future.
4 episodes we haven't released. Wink into Garrett's room. All right, Tom, ready for a last quick one?
Yeah, let's do it.
I'm currently a student. For the past year or so, I've been cooking and packing my own lunches.
Okay.
I do this partly to save money.
Sure.
Partly for health reasons. I get better options and control what goes in my food. How do I stop between my peers having lunch shaming from them? Because they're all sitting having great, cool-looking food, and I'm always brown bagging it.
Wait, her peers are shaming her for the food? Tell them to fuck off.
Do you ever feel that way, though? Like, people always have, like, really cool things to eat, and you're just, like, eating healthy or, like, not being inclusive?
No.
No?
I never feel that way.
Well, you don't typically lunch a lot with your coworkers.
No. But I mean, like, my lunch is, like, an apple and a sandwich. My coworker's lunch is, like, granola at this time.
Yeah, but you work
a croissant at this time.
You work with some freaky people, though.
I just work with people who are really into dieting and stuff.
I don't do that. I have a coworker who eats like Jimmy John's 3 times a week.
Hey, it's bulking season.
No, it's not. Not for this person.
So yeah, no, I don't really feel too ashamed because, like, even when I was like doing lunch in school, I would pack my lunch, or my mom would pack my lunch for me, even in high school. Whatever, I said it, deal with it. And I would go to the cafeteria and people would get stuff from the lunch line. It was like janky ass looking pizza or just like janky ass tacos. So I was never like, oh, that looks pretty good. It's like, no, that looks pretty mediocre.
Let's take this in another direction.
Sure.
Say it's one of those situations where all your friends are going out to eat.
Oh, okay.
And they're like, hey, we're all going to go to TGI Fridays for endless appetizers. Do you want to go? Oh, no, I brought my lunch today. And then you don't join them because you brought your lunch. Because you obviously can't take your lunch to TGI Fridays.
Right. Gotcha.
So no matter what, that's going to fuck with your lunch.
Right.
Either you go with them and eat or you stay back and eat. Because then you're wasting food if you go to TGI Fridays.
I eat alone, I guess, in that sense.
Okay.
Yeah, I would choose to eat alone. I would choose the healthier lifestyle. Well, I mean, I would and I wouldn't. Like, I would try to do it more often than not. But, like, if a bunch of people are going on TGI Fridays, like, yeah, fuck this sandwich.
Literally, fuck this sandwich. Mayonnaise on your dick.
Fucking hate mayonnaise. No.
I know you do. That's why I want it on your dick.
Gross.
So you can have the thing you hate on the thing that you love. His own penis. I didn't mean he likes penis. I mean, Tom's very narcissistic when it comes to his body.
Incredibly. Anyway, I'll have like cheat days where I'll be like, oh yeah, I'll do this instead. Like, I know I brought my lunch, but this sounds way more appetizing, and I'm okay with that.
I don't have cheat days as much as I have like cheat years. There'll be like a year where I watch every single calorie that goes in my body.
Yeah.
Then other years where I'm just like, I don't have the energy for this shit.
Yeah.
And then people like you being like, yeah, well, if you ate healthier, you'd have more energy. I'd be like, fuck you.
Yeah, I kind of flip flop. Like, I try to do it like in a 7-day week. Maybe like 5 out of the 7, I'll pack my own stuff or try to eat a little bit healthier. Even if it's just like if I'm doing a 12-hour day, so I know I'm not going to be eating dinner until late, I'll do a protein bar to kind of hold me over, to kind of fill me up like at nighttime. So it's like not the best thing for dinner, but it's better than getting like 2 greasy slices of pizza from the place next door. I get a little bit more nutrition from it. So yeah, I say just keep doing you. You do you, they'll do them. And then in a couple of years, you'll be healthy and awesome, and they'll be dead.
It's such a negative way to look at it, but I kind of agree.
I'm feeling very negative today.
Because a lot of times that'll happen. Like, I'll have coworkers being like, oh, God, we're all going to go to lunch together, or like us two or those two. Like, do you want this? Do you want that? And I'm just like, no, I'm going to eat like a Quest bar in my car.
Mm-hmm.
Not to be antisocial, it's just I don't want to sit in the break room with people I don't want to talk to. Because, like, after spending so much time with a certain amount of people, there's certain people I just need a break from.
Right.
And then, like, I don't want to go into another place of business just because I don't physically want to be in that area, like that mentality again.
Yeah.
So I just go sit in my car and listen to NPR.
Gotcha.
So I don't know. I kind of get, there's no shame in being the antisocial one, in quotes.
No.
Because you're doing your own thing.
Yeah.
All right, Tom, you ready for the ending of our show, the lightning round?
Let's do it.
All right, for those of you who don't know, Tom does not watch the news. Short of me telling him what's going on in the world, most of the time he just doesn't know. It's not in a bad way. He just doesn't seek it out.
I know the big things, but other than that, well, sometimes I know the big things. But anyway, go ahead. Let's get to it.
Every week I pull 5 headlines that have happened in the last week, and I compile them into a list, take one out, put in a fake one, and then see if Tom can figure out which one's correct or which one's incorrect.
Mm-hmm.
So out of the 5, one of these is made up. Tom, are you ready to hear what happened in the world this week?
Let's do it. Or what happened in the world inside your head. Cool.
Number 1. Man caught with a car trunk full of frozen pizzas. Stolen. I misspoke when I read that. Man caught with car trunk full of stolen frozen pizzas.
There we go. I'm like, what part was stolen? All right.
The car trunk was stolen. It was in the back of a pickup truck. Just happened to have pizzas in it. Those were legally paid for.
Yeah, that's pretty. The frozen. How do you keep all those frozen pizzas cold though?
I don't know.
Like,
it's cold
did you
outside.
also steal some dry ice?
It's cold outside. I don't know. I think a pizza would be fine in your car today.
Yeah, frozen pizza. It would thaw.
Number 2. Ben Carson's campaign draws incorrect map of United States.
Oh, that's correct. I saw that.
You did
headline.
see news this week.
I saw that headline. Yep.
All right, so Tom's odds just got better.
I didn't read it, but I saw it.
Number 3. Portland man brings own feces to court as evidence.
Of what? That he shits?
I can shit too.
If it were, I wish it were a girl bringing her feces to court.
It's proof that girls poop.
Yeah, and it's not all glittery. Side note, there are now pills you can take to make your shit glittery.
There's also clubs you can go to that'll make your shit all glittery. It just costs a lot more to go there.
The fuck club are you going to?
Dollar bills, y'all. I've been to a strip club or two.
Yeah, so have I. I don't remember my shit getting all glittery.
I do. Los Angeles
The
is a
fuck?
magical place.
Were you eating some stripper's pussy?
No.
And she had like glitter all over her pussy?
No, it was
and
just
you shit
raining
it out?
glitter. It was raining dollar bills and glitter.
Gotcha.
And
I like
shame.
to think
raining
my
down.
story happened. You're
Not-
just like beard deep in the girl.
Mm-mm. I didn't have a beard then.
You
Number
were
4.
beard deep in a girl.
Number 4. Russian sailor drunk sails into Scotland.
Oops.
Number 5. Man wields sword at Apple store.
Where did he launch from to go from Russia to Scotland? And how were you drunk that entire trip? That's a long ass fucking trip.
Russians like vodka. I don't know.
All right. Anyway, what was the last one? Swords?
Man wields sword at Apple store.
Huh.
So I'll go
Weird.
through those one more time.
Sure.
Man caught with car trunk full of stolen frozen pizzas. Number 2, Ben Carson's campaign draws incorrect map of United States. Number 3, Portland man brings own feces to court as evidence. Number 4, Russian sailor drunk sails into Scotland. Or number 5, man wields sword at an Apple store.
Oh man, this is tough. This is a tough one this week. I'm gonna go for frozen pizzas.
Tom, this week you were correct that Ben Carson's campaign draws an incorrect map of the United States did happen.
Mm-hmm.
A man did wield a sword at an Apple store in New York City this week.
Okay.
A Portland man did bring his own feces to court as evidence.
Mm-hmm.
And a man caught with a car trunk full of stolen frozen pizzas didn't happen.
Yes.
So for the second time ever, Tom is correct.
Boosh.
And yes, a Russian sailor did drunk sail physically into Scotland at full speed.
I was thinking it could be the Apple sword because that one was kind of short, but then I was like, no, Tim likes to put in a little bit more detail. And I was like, all right, he could do the sailing one. If I'm not so sure. Then
I would feel like I would be being racist if I used that one and made that up.
Then I was like, well, we were just at Wegmans and I was looking at frozen pizza. So maybe he had frozen pizza on the mind.
Partially true. When I was scouring news headlines, I saw a different headline to have to do with frozen pizzas and a different headline about things that were stolen in car trunks.
Oh, okay.
So I'm just like, fuck it, I'll just put two together.
Gotcha.
But yeah, Tom, you were correct that there were no frozen pizzas stolen
Fuck
and put into a
yeah.
car trunk. That put you at like, what, 2 and 10?
Something like that. I don't care. I'm still on the board now.
I guess. Anyway, that'll do it for all of us here in the Octagon giving you your advice. Like I said, if you have any questions or things you would like us to solve, feel free to send your email anonymously to neverhaveievershow@gmail.com, to our Ask box on Tumblr at neverhaveievershow.tumblr.com, on Twitter at twitter.com/NHIE show, or on YouTube or Facebook. Tom, do you feel like we helped some people today?
Yeah, I think I helped that heroin addict a little bit.
How'd you help the heroin addict?
Because,
They weren't even a tangible part of the question.
Nope.
It was the dude.
nope, I helped him.
You helped the heroin addict.
Yep.
And I've learned that I got to put a little bit more work into trying to trick Tom into the news because he's getting smarter.
No, I'm not. No, you don't.
I just gave you credit for being smarter, and you said a grammatically incorrect question in defense, and your defense was attacking me. So maybe it's
Because I want to keep winning.
Maybe it's gonna be fine. Anyways, it's 2 days to Turkey Day.
Yep.
You ready, Tom?
Get gluttonous. Get full.
Get gluttonous. And while you're getting gluttonous, Tom,
Yep.
kids, keep those fingers in the air.